Alright, Shalom. I'm going to start off with giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yashai Bashim Kakadash, the bonus to the house and apostle of great millstone. Shalom to the overlap. Hope this video will be edifying, and let's get into it now. The topic that I want to be talking about today is concerning familiar spirits or witchcraft. So I saw this video on TikTok, and let's check it out, man.
Y'all remember that witch that came out and straight up said Beyonce was a witch?
No, I didn't know. Because, you know, they tell me Beyonce's a witch and shit like that.
Oh,
that
she
we
is.
should be scared. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she's an Ifa. So when she wears her yellow, that's Oshun.
Well, she came back and had a little more to say about Beyonce. But stick around to the end of the video because what I'm going to show you is going to really blow your mind.
Your visual that she did.
A yellow, she did Oshun. Riches and beauty and love, all those things, yes.
And she put it in a video.
Yeah.
Was she
'cause it's
supposed
not-
to film that?
No, that's fine. First of all, Oshun loves that.
Right.
You have to have parties for her. You have to be beautiful in her day. Like how she had that dress and that. It's like a tiara, but it was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. She loves those things. She loves everything pretty and girly and riches. So Beyonce.
What is that? I hear so much about it. What is it though?
She's
like,
crowned Oshun, and so Oshun signifies everything that I just noted.
Yeah.
So basically, she has these parties and gives her offerings and things like that for her blessing.
Is that what the fruit is?
Yeah, that's what the fruit is. So beautiful.
Beyonce's a witch.
Well, a lot of people are witches and don't know it.
I'm looking at the camera like, y'all hear this? Like,
yeah, and I actually want to talk about that because there were so many people that made videos of our last interview, and they like twisted my words and said that I said that Beyonce was into devil worship or that she was a demon. And I don't even think I said the word demon.
You saying
I
that.
did not. Like, oh, she said she's crowned Oshun. I'm like, Oshun is a beautiful deity. Beyonce is amazing. Her energy is really high too. It's just that people don't understand orishas. They don't understand root work. They don't understand witchcraft. So what do? They make it devil worship and demonize it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's nothing devil worship about what Beyonce does, at least with the orishas. With what she's doing with when she dresses like that and, you know, she gives offerings and things like that. That is beautiful, actually.
Like, I guess when she goes to do offerings,
Okay, let's stop it right there, man. Let's stop it right there. So this bitch said, ain't nothing what Beyonce is doing concerning that false idol that they worshipping, Oshun or whatever, is a devil worship. It's not no demonic worship. That's straight up bullshit, man. You know, the scriptures are very clear on what is allowed and what is not allowed, and what the Most High Yahbashim Yashai likes and what he doesn't like. And things like this, the Most High doesn't delight in at all, man. The scripture says there's no God with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound and I heal. You know, the scriptures are very clear that the Most High is the only power of Yasharala, man, of the whole universe, man. That's in control of everything, you know. This is Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. You see, so you cannot serve two masters, man. You cannot serve two gods. You know, you can't have that you only live one spirit in the world, but then also you follow the Most High. It doesn't work like that, man. You know, you have to choose, because the Most High is not down with this world to begin with. You know, this Deuteronomy chapter 18 and verse 10. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. You see, so you ain't supposed to do these things, man. Dealing with familiar spirits, worshiping spirits and stuff like that. The only power you should be worshiping, The only spirit you should be worshiping is Yahweh Bashim Yashai. You know, the Most High in the name of His Son. You know, that's the Almighty Yahweh Bashim Yashai. That's who you should worship. That's the whole conclusion of living anyway. The scripture says that, man. Let us hear the whole conclusion of let us hear the whole matter. Fear Yahweh, you know? That's the whole point of living anyway, man. Fear the Most High. And with fear comes in keeping the commandments, the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Because you're gonna be scared that the Most High gonna jack you up, man, if you go wrong. You know, so the scriptures are very clear on what is allowed and what is not allowed. Salakia, man. I'm making this video before I'm going to sleep, so my body is yawning a lot. Anyway, verse 12. For all that do these, Salakia, so for all that do these things are an abomination unto Yahweh Bashim Yashai. And because of these abominations, the Lord, Yahweh thy God, doeth drive them out from before thee, you see. So it is an abomination to the Most High, man. It's something that the Most High hates. He really hates it, man. The scriptures already says he's a jealous power. So why would you provoke him? This is the reason that we got into captivity in the first place. Let's read it, man. This is the reason why we even got into captivity in the first place, because Jake was doing this nonsense, man, sacrificing unto devils. You know, this is the whole reason we even got into captivity in the first place. Until this day, Jake wanna follow after these spirits, man, after these false idols. This Baruch chapter 4 verse 6. You are sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved Yahweh Shemashah to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies. Because we made the Most High angry, that's why we were delivered unto our enemies, man. Verse 7. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High. You see, so we were sacrificing unto devils, man, other idols, false idols, Salakia. So this Exodus chapter 22 and verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Pretty simple, right? Don't suffer a witch to live. She should be put to death immediately, man. Evil should be put out of our community, man, out of our midst, so to say. You know, that's how they did back in the days. You know, ain't no witch gonna live, man. You dying, man. So the others can fear also and understand that this is the end of someone that's basically wicked, man. You know. This Revelation chapter 21 and verse 8. But the fearful and the unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burned with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. So including witchers, not witches, but including people that go into witchcraft, you know, they want to worship idols and stuff like that. You gonna be missile food, man, which is the second death, which are these terminal nuclear missiles. They gonna be burned by terminal nuclear fire, man. You know, you gonna have your part in the lake which burned with fire and brimstone. Your ass gonna be burned up. Scripture says in 2 Ezra 9, the same must know it after that by pain. You see, they gonna die, but they gonna die by pain, man. The Most High gonna make them suffer, man, for their wickedness that they have done. This Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 31. Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord Yahweh thy God. You see, so it's pretty clear and simple, man. It's straight up devil worshipping if you go against the scriptures, man. You know? That's of Satan. Let me read it again. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 31. Regard not them that have a familiar spirits. It's like that have familiar spirits. Neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. You see, you're gonna be defiled, man. If you fall after these idols, man, you're gonna taint your spirit, basically. I am the Lord Yahweh thy God. Okay, let's continue. Because this is all carnal stuff, man. It is not of the Most High. Let's read Galatians chapter 5 and verse 19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft. You see? There you have it, witchcraft, man, showing you like these are things of the flesh that the Most High does not deal with, man. You know, so with that, I hope this video is edifying. I want to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yashai, Bashim Rakakadash, the one that stood out the apostle of great millstone. Shalom to the Ophelek. Hope this video is edifying. Shalom.